ducks, and as I've shown you in our other videos, the Rowans are amazing at incubating typically, but for some reason the ones that we have suck. And lately they've just been laying their eggs all over the yard. There could be a ton of reasons for that, but to save that, right under Bertha. After I do that, I take Bertha's actual eggs that she and the other hens, because I don't want to leave the Kamani. Helps us rescue other animals. These guys, on the other hand, I don't have enough slots in my incubator for. So what I've done is she broods them at a humidity and at a temperature that's actually optimal here in Texas for ducks. So it's actually much better than if I had put them in the incubator with the rest of the eggs. So if you come on back, I'm gonna...
Any chicken at any age could be socialized. You know, just because I haven't socialized them doesn't mean the people I sell them to aren't going to be able to have them as great pets. All you have to do, a video today. When do you want to film this one on?
How about the fledgling pigeons?
Okay, yep, okay. So where is that possum, dude? I'm freaking out. People are gonna be upset. If we can't find the possum, everyone's gonna say, where's Poppy? You know? Last week it was possums, and this week it is pigeons. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about feral pigeons. Totally, you know, I haven't formed any kind of bond with, I haven't spent any special amount of time with. You know, it doesn't take very long for me to just be able to put it on my head and let it calm down. And the same thing happens with wild pigeons as well. We've had plenty of videos where we show you guys all kinds of fun skits and stuff with the pigeons that we rescue and rehome. So it doesn't take very long to tame even an adult pigeon. Another fun fact about pigeons is that they can fly up to 6,000 feet high and up to 77 and sometimes even 95 miles per hour. So there are some incredible, incredible birds, and they need to be able to do that because the main predator for pigeons are pigeons. We've had raccoons come in and eat eggs and everything and leave the pigeons alone. We've had all kinds of predators come by and not eat our pigeons. But the only thing that we've ever had issues with is hawks. And I actually have a video that I could show you guys where a hawk came down and almost swooped and got me whenever I was tending to the pigeons outside when we had the coop. If you did take this and you did take care of it for a while, it would grow up and it would eventually just become a little stinker. Just like raccoons, just like possums actually are pretty tame, but you're not really supposed to have them unless you have a permit. And that's what we do here. So what we're gonna do is just make sure that there's no nasty parasites to where we can stop, where we can just give them solid food. This little gal still needs milk replacer every 5 to 6 hours. And you don't, at this age, you don't necessarily have to feed them through the night. I think I will, just to be safe, because I love this little gal. And what we're gonna do is just go ahead and show you guys how to do this. Now, I showed it to you with the possum in our first creature feature, and it's a very, very, very similar problem. Oh, come on, baby. And make sure you get a good grip. Now, it may look like I'm roughhousing it, but it's out of love. Let go. And if they're ever grabbing onto something, just slowly, you never want to rip. You never want to rip. It's really tempting to do that, but just slowly guide the claws off there. Those claws are really important. You don't want to hurt them. And then keep a nice, tight grip on them. Okay? So this, I'm going to pour a little bit on. Super, super hot. This is about the body temperature of its mother, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to put him in this hand. I'm going to hold him tightly. And then, okay, you ready? And there she is, already latching. Not latching, but, you know, taking a little bit. And she loves that. Now, she loves it because it's warm. Now, if you gave her cold stuff, and I've tried that before, she says, no, I don't want that at all. And look how she's grabbing it with her hand. And she's licking all over it. So this is what I'm going to do. You want to hold it at this angle. You do not want to hold it down, because the last thing you need is what's called exacerbating or aspiration. Sorry, I give her about 5 right now because I'm feeding her evenly throughout the day. You don't have to do that. This is recommended that you give this little bean 15 every 5 to 6 hours. So basically just twice a day or 3 times a day for this little thing. So I like to keep her upright at a 90-degree angle just like that. Notice how a little bit is dripping out. That's totally fine. I want her to be doing the work. I don't want me to be doing the work. Easy, you know? Now, if you have a squirrel that's being really difficult, that's not eating at all, then maybe you want to be a little bit of a mother and just kind of, and I'll show you guys what to do. And you just want to, oh, come on, baby. Poppy's watching it. So one other thing I'll tell you guys is if you have, and we don't have this issue with this squirrel because obviously he's been pooping just fine, but if you do have a younger squirrel, just like a kitten or a possum or any other young
a mammal, what you're gonna have to do is wet a little paper towel or a cloth like this, and you have to stimulate their genitals, right? Like just wipe around the anus like that, and that will help them pee. You can get a close up on that. You pee a little teeny bit. As you can see, this is a really friendly little girl. She's a very cute little friend, and we're gonna miss her a lot whenever it's time for her to go. But it's gonna be really rewarding for her to grow up and get out of here. But until then, we're gonna spend some time with her and have fun with her and film some videos. But we're not gonna have too much fun because we're gonna do the same thing we did with Pickle and the same thing we're doing with Poppy, which is rescue, rehab, release. You do not want a squirrel as a pet. Like I said, when they grow up, they don't really make great pets, and there's plenty more baby squirrels for you to take care of if you have your permit.
7 times a day. He's a very, very happy rooster. We love him. And at the same time, I've never had him attack me. I've picked him up, I've messed with him and all that. But today, I'm just gonna show you guys how you can take one of these from Walmart, make it yourself, just at a regular Velcro, and then wrap it around their neck and call it. That's it. We love our chickens here. We don't abuse them. He was just uncomfortable. Same thing as if you put a scrunchie on a cat or any other thing. And also, just to show you guys one more time, he can buck and he can make distress calls for the hens. That's the other big thing I forgot to say. So long as they can still make distress calls for the hens, whenever vultures and everything else comes by to kill them, you're totally fine. Yeah, right, bud. You're my big man. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for today. And get that guy and how everything works over there with the animals and the space that we have. But I don't like to waste trips to the new place. So we're gonna pack up this little hutch that triggers everyone because it's too small. And we're gonna bring it to the new place just to show you guys the reunition of the little Chungus twins. Good. So let's get this packed up. We'll be ready to go. Okay, so the goal of today is just basically to set everything up, show you guys the whole systems, what we're doing here. And by the end of the day, we're gonna have a system that I only have to check up on once every day and ready to be rehomed completely. But as you can, I took a little bit of a break off posting just because I was losing a lot of my sanity, and it's still almost irreplaceable. Come on in, guys. Today there's a lot of new stuff. Mainly, we got a little fawn that I got to show you guys. I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about.